Kevin Blanch, I got to put this video up on this house. I stuccoed this house in 1994. It's one of the best jobs I've ever did. Those pop-outs, those arches are not styrofoam, they're cement. I build them out of cement and I build them out of wire, me and my crew and my guys in 94. When do I get the whole job done? Big, massive, the whole house is stucco. One of the best stucco jobs I ever did. It is flawless. The job across the street, this house, the house up on the corner, that house, every one of them have been redone. Every one of them from full mold. Well, anyway, a guy named Barry and Marlene Gooch built this house. They refused to pay me. She said she didn't like the color. The bill was $15,000 in 1994. Refused to pay. They called me up here. He was drunk when I got up there. Guy about 6'5". He called me a boy. I said, nobody calls me a boy, let alone somebody else. He smacked me in the face with a tape measure. I had to have surgery. You could still see the scars. So I cracked him in the mouth. But anyway, cops show up. It all plays out. He's a goody-goody so-called high-ranking Mormon. They charged me with assault, not him. Seriously. Gets into court, whatever. I had to hire an attorney. Cost me $5 grand. I won. They didn't get him. He claimed that he had surgery from a broken nose, this, that. It made it all up. But anyway, I got to tell you this because I run into a guy just a couple months ago. But anyway, as this played out, I sued him. We went to court. It cost me $7,000 in court. Slam dunk case. Should have won it. The judge was a guy judge named Parley Baldwin, split it. Attorney costs, I got nothing. He ruled in my favor, but he diluted it down to where I got nothing. Well, the first day, this Gooch guy goes on the stand, he starts talking about his Mormon mission. Well, about 3 years ago, I pick up the newspaper. He's got 2 beautiful stepdaughters, teenagers. So this guy had a peephole in their bathroom. Pedophile. Molested them, the whole works. Supposedly a good Mormon, played the Mormon card in court, which worked, by the way. I looked down, very Gooch. I cut it out, I mailed it to the judge. Says, what do you think of your good Mormon freaking boy now? But anyway, I ran into a guy a few days ago. He says, Kevin, something has bothered me a long time. He says, I know that story on that Gooch job up there, how you never got paid and everything. She hired me to paint it. Took her 2 weeks to pick the color. He says, this is a true story. He says, I painted one little teeny gable right above where that keystone is. And I wanted her to come look at it. She was gone for a few days. Came up, she told me, oh, the house is beautiful, and wrote me a check for the whole thing. Seriously. He says, it's bothered me the whole time. And I says, well, least you could do is buy me a beer. He did no work, got paid. She loved the color then. It was all an egotistical, well, again, it was Freudian. And not sexual with her. It was sexual. I had been having a sexual relationship with a girl that she knew somehow a long time ago when I was young. I mean, this is how people think. If you want to know everything about Utah, you want to know everything about the construction history, that video on stuccodamage.com on mine, it's right there. Right there. Every one of these houses molded up. This house across the street cost him $90,000. That one over there cost him $80,000. This one right here cost him $60,000. That has not been touched. It's flawless. And again, that is not styrofoam. Those are cement columns and pillars. Build them out of wire cement. It is flawless. Kevin Blanch, stuccodamage.com.